What's up, everybody? So that vehicle right there is a Toyota 4Runner. That 4Runner has been getting cleaned all day today. That 4Runner right there I have been driving for the last 5 days. I've enjoyed every moment of driving this vehicle, from home to work in the morning, to work, or to home to work, to work to home, but whatever, I've been driving it to the store with the family, all that stuff. Now that's a 2010 Toyota 4Runner SR5. This video is me talking about why I think so many people enjoy driving 4Runners here in the United States of America. So stay with us. So, you know, people really do enjoy driving 4Runners, right? They really do. I mean, people love them. You know, it's just something about a 4Runner that everybody seems to like, right? And this, let me tell you one thing, folks. This 4Runner here has really turned out quite nicely. It's very clean now that it's been detailed. The color on it, I know it's nighttime, but it's like a dark gray. You can see some of the metallic in it right now, but it's a dark gray with tinted windows, okay? Now, one thing about 4Runners, they're solid vehicles, okay? They're solid. Another thing about 4Runners, they sit up a little higher off the ground. People like sitting up higher off the ground. Now, people like sitting low to the ground too. People that like driving fun, sporty cars. But your average person really does enjoy sitting up a little higher off the ground. Now, this isn't so high where you're climbing up into the vehicle, but it's almost like the perfect height. I mean, I think Toyota really did kind of chime in well on that and figure out the exact height to make it, okay? Because you literally walk up to this car, and if you're an adult at least, you kind of slide in, slide out, right? I mean, maybe a little bit of maneuvering getting in, but it's pretty easy to get in and out of a 4Runner, right? You also feel nice when you're sitting inside of a car and you're sitting up a little bit higher in the air. So people like the way that feels. And again, me just kind of rambling on right now on this cold December night before a week before Christmas is kind of telling you some of the stuff I feel about 4Runners. So maybe some good information for you out there if you've never owned one and maybe you're thinking about getting one, okay? So what else, right? Another thing people like about 4Runners, again, I'm diving into the height of it, is at least right here in the low country of Charleston, South Carolina, you know, we get a lot of flooding and stuff like that when we have rainstorms. And depending on where you live at, since we're below sea level here in Charleston, you know, the 4Runner is a good height off the ground, so you can drive right through the water and not have to worry about flooding your vehicle out. You know, if you got a bad storm coming or something like that, you feel a little more confident getting inside your 4Runner and driving it. So that's important as well. What else, right? Well, I'll tell you what else, okay? Cargo space. You got so much room in the back of a 4Runner. I mean, seriously, guys, there's a ton of space back here to get all your gear in. And I think that's one thing that I like about the 4Runner is all the space in the back of it. So that's something to think about, all the space. Well, going into space, you got plenty of room in the back for kids and family members. Now, it doesn't have a third row seat, but again, not every American family has so many kids where they need a third row seat. I mean, here's me. I just got a son, a daughter, and a wife, okay? So this is perfect size for us. People also love this back window, how it rolls up and down. Just kind of cool. It's fun. I have a 4Runner as well. I don't ever really use that feature all that much, but if we're going to the beach or just going to do something, or maybe you just want a little more airflow through the car, it's nice to roll that back window down. It just feels cool, you know? I love the roof racks. I love all that stuff. I also like the engine that Toyota provides under there, and that's another reason why people love buying 4Runners, because the motors last a long time. That 4.0 V6 under there does a fantastic job And you can put a ton of miles on a 4Runner and drive it for so long. Think about it, right? You can drive it for many, many years and put tons of miles on them. Now, guess how many miles are on a 2010 4Runner that we're looking at right now? I'll tell you, just around 200,000 miles on it. So it's already got a lot of miles on it. And guess what the price range is on a vehicle like this? Anywhere between $12,000 and $15,000. So another reason why people love driving 4Runners, they hold their value. You can get your money back out of them. Believe me, I'm telling you. Now here's a quick story, okay? Let me tell you this real quick. Hang tight. So let me think for a minute. Back 2004, 2005, I bought my first 4Runner. I worked at the Acura store at the time. They traded in like an 02, it was an 02 4Runner, 4-wheel drive, limited with the sport package. So it had the hood scoop, leather interior, 4-wheel drive. I loved that 4Runner, okay? I still love it today. I mean, I really liked it. I'd love to find another one right now if I could. But anyways, an 02 4Runner. I think I bought it for around $10,000 to $12,000 back then. I bought it at the Acura store and I got car payments on it, you know, signed up, did a loan, right? About a year or 2 years later, I sold it, got the money from the customer. I sold it basically. I got payoff for the car. I think I owed like $9,200 if I can remember correctly. I paid the car off and still put like $1,000 in my pocket to go get another car. So that's what I'm talking about with vehicles holding their values, right? Think about that for a minute. What car can you go out there? I'm just saying, there's other cars, but you can go out there and buy a car, get a loan on that car, and then be able to sell that car when you're ready to sell it later down the road, get your money back out of it, get out of the loan, okay, which makes you look good because you paid your credit on time with it, on your payments, and pay the loan off, and then have a little money back in your pocket. I mean, to me, yes, everybody says cars depreciate and they go down in value. That is true, but some cars depreciate more than others, and Toyota 4Runners don't do that as much, okay? Just like this one over here, Jeep Wranglers. Jeep Wranglers hold their value very well as well. So again, that's why people buy so many 4Runners and so many Jeep Wranglers, because they love them, they last, also they hold their value. And you got plenty of room to go out and have a good time and do some fun stuff in this world, and that's what it's all about. You live one time. So buy a car that you really love and really enjoy. It's going to make you happy. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Have a good night, and come check me out at Southern Motor Company. Visit us online. We got so many cool, fun, awesome cars. I'm telling you, this is a rocking little car slot right here in North Charleston. And if you live in the Carolinas, you need to come see us. Seriously. All right, guys, have a good night.